podium here for the junior category. What a tremendous drive from the Sicilian. Gabriel Mini puts him second place in the championship, which is still being led by the Russian Kirill Small on 212 to 211. The showdown in 7 days' time right here, once again at Sarno. Well, stay with us on wsk.it in just a few moments. The second of our 4 finals. The weather looks threatening. We hope it does hold off. What a spectacular backdrop as we look to the north towards Naples. And we prepare for the OK final here this afternoon. Circuito Internazionale Napoli, of course, was built back in 1994. Celebrates a quarter of a century of operation next year. Started life as a 900-metre circuit. The first international race of note was the 1999 European Championships for Intercontinental A, which was won by Stefano Fabi for the Swiss Hutless team almost 20 years ago. 2003, the Formula A World Championships was won by the New Zealander Wade Cunningham. To this day, the only Kiwi ever to win the World Karting Championship, although Daniel Bray came very, very close in 2012 before coming to grief on the opening lap of the KZ2 final with a Dutch driver by the name of Max Verstappen, leaving Jordan Lennox-Lamb to go through and take a sensational victory on that day almost half a decade ago now. 2012 World Cup was held here. Bas Lemmers, who we'll see in action in the KZ2 final, he won on that day for the Praga Kart team. In 2014, the KZ1 World Championships held right here at Sarno, won by the Tony Kart team driver Marco Ardigo. The track being extended yet again. It will have an ultimate length of nearly 2 kilometres, far cry from when it was built, under a kilometre in length. Although we should point out that most of that long circuit will be used for motorcycle and car racing. A fantastic complex here at Sarno, featuring restaurants, hotels, swimming pools, indoor football courts, and new permanent residences to be built as well. Now, as we take a look at the grid for the OK final, that is the pole sitter, Johnny, the Englishman Edgar, the super talent, home circuit of Rowra in the Lakes District of England, the 4th generation kart racer in his family. I have to correct myself. I thought Terry, his grandfather, 1977 British champion, was the first, but it was actually Terry's father who started karting way back at the birth of the sport in the early 1960s. Lorenzo Travisanuto, the outside of the front row of the grid, newly crowned Florida Winter Tour champion a few weeks ago. Wsk Supermaster Series champion in 2016. That is the reigning junior world champion, Scotland's first ever world kart racing champion, back in form. And it's great to see Dexter Patterson, 222 for Forza Racing, will line up immediately behind his Forza Racing teammate, Edgar. Took the first heat win on Friday night. Nitro Nicholas Nielsen out of grid number 4, 201 for the KSM Schumacher team, 7 days after he won the opening round of the Ferrari Challenge European Series at Mugello. A week ago aboard the 488 Ferrari, Tom Joyner, the 2013 world champion, out of grid number 5. First year with the Saudi Kart team. A rainy pre-final this morning allowed him to show his talent. Starts on the 3rd row of the grid alongside Noah Milel, the Swede in the 243 Vortex Tony Kart. The factory entry on grid number 6. That is Callum Bradshaw from Leicester in England. His mechanic to the right of your screen, Pablo Dominguez, the super experienced Spaniard, working with Callum, who took pole position, you will recall, at the CIK World Championships at PFI in England last year. The Swiss Spaniard, if we can call him that, the best dressed driver here, Kilian Meyer-Pratt. Can he take a win this afternoon from the fourth row of the grid in the 238 TM-powered CRG? Hugo Sass has been impressive, one of two TB Racing drivers here this weekend. Of course, his teammate Hannes Janka dominated the series opener at Adria and then won the Winter Cup a few weeks after that. Glenn Van Berle, a great run in the pre-final this morning. The Zanardi Kart 221 starts out of grid number 10. A couple of Dutch drivers in this area of the grid. In fact, two Germans, two Dutch, with Van Berlo alongside Sass and Cass Havercourt in 267 in the Zanardi Kart out of grid number 11, alongside Hannes Janka that we just spoke about. Hannes Janka, third in the championship, 155 points at this point, and Hannes starts out of grid number 12. We take a moment to appreciate the beautiful Italian grid girls here in Naples. This is not Formula One, this is better. Yes, we have grid girls, and yes, they are beautiful. Also take this opportunity to say hello to everyone watching in the north of Scotland Kart Club, the Goldsby Kart Club circuit. Great to see them back in action after the track was almost washed into the North Sea. They've rebuilt the circuit as the 1 minute board goes up. And they've even got KZ Racing. So hello to everyone watching in the United Kingdom. And in Scotland, your boy Dexter Patterson starts out of grid number 3. And certainly in contention for a win here this weekend. The kart's about to be pushed into life. The sun comes out to shine, peeks out from behind Vesuvius, from behind the clouds once again here this afternoon. Also, a big hello to everyone down in New Zealand who raced their nationals at Rotorua earlier on today. Thank you for joining us on our exclusive coverage of this, the second round of the Wsk Supermaster Series here at Sarno. We'll take a look at the grid for you. You just saw the first few rows. Edgar, the mega talent, as is his teammate, the reigning junior world champion from Scotland. They will run down into the first corner on the inside of the grid. Vesuvius looms in the background as we take a look at the grid. Edgar, Travisanuto, Patterson, Nielsen, TJ out of 5 alongside Millell, Callum Bradshaw, Kilian Meyer, and it's Hugo Sass and Glenn Van Berlo. Hannes Janka, who won the first round of the series alongside Cass Havercourt. The 7th row of the grid is Leonardo Marcella and the twice vice world champion, David Vidalis. Sepinen, Christopher Lullen, Timon van der Helm, Petro Hilbrand, who's had a disaster so far this weekend. Karl Anton Gerner, and from southern Russia, David Rosenfeld. Sario, Vasquelas, Victor Gustafsson, Pietro Deliguanti. He is back with us after a bout of the measles. Kept him out of the second round at La Conca. Genol, Moraine Kramers, Pirtilati, Skoktopol, Comanducci starts alongside Harry Thompson. Juhal Valtonen, third in the World Championships, starts on the 16th row alongside Mr. Red, Andrea Rosso. The final row of the grid, Alexei Brijan, also from southern Russia, alongside the fastest qualifier at La Conca 2 weeks ago, Luigi Coluccio. This is a 17-lap, 26-kilometre final. We need to go that extra lap of the 1.5-kilometre circuit to make up the minimum distance required, which is 25 Ks. Here at the foot of the legendary volcano. We think of Krakatoa, we think of Mount Fuji in Japan. This is Vesuvius in Naples, the UNESCO heritage site. And this, one of the most famous racetracks in the world, Circuito Internazionale Napoli, ready for the final. Edgar leads them up to the line, and we do go green. Watch Travisanuto from the outside of the front row, slots into P2, not the best start for Dexter Patterson. He's already back in position number 4. Nitro Nicholas Nielsen goes third, but Patterson will try and hold on around the outside. There is no grip there. He will lose out to the Dane, slots into 4th. 1 spot ahead of the first CRG, the Englishman Callum Bradshaw. Edgar leads, but he runs wide. Travisanuto up the inside. They go side by side. The Italian takes the Englishman. Watch the Dane, Nicholas Nielsen in P3. We've got a drag race down the back straight for the first time. Watch Nielsen in the Tony kart. He puts it where Travisanuto cannot respond, but Lorenzo closes the door, and now he's vulnerable to the reigning junior world champion Patterson, who himself has been hung out to dry. He's been passed by Joyner. We've got world champion versus world champion. Joyner in position 5 now leads Patterson, who's gone from grid number 3 to be 6th at the end of the opening lap. Speaking of world champions, Petro Hilbrand's back in position number 10. He started the pre-final, classified position 58. He did not finish any of his heat races, including a controversial crash with his former teammate and countryman, David Vitalis. Hilbrand, we've got 3 world champions in the top 10. The Spaniard 10th, Patterson 6th, Joyner 1 spot ahead of him. But it's the reigning junior European champion who leads. Not for long though, because Travisanuto puts it up the inside of Edgar. Watch Nielsen running in P3. One of the most talented drivers in the world of motorsport goes into second place. The 21-year-old Dane, fresh off a victory in the Ferrari Challenge at Mugello 7 days ago, slides up into position number 2. Edgar has lost out a ton of time from the lead. He's back to 3rd, and he's under pressure from Joyner. He's under attack. Joyner goes through, the 2013 world champion, now up onto the podium. Sensational start to the final. Lorenzo Travisanuto driving for the Kart Republic of Dino Chiesa, the man who tutored such talents as Nico Rosberg, Giorgio Pantano, Lewis Hamilton. His boy now leads. The 255 Kart Republic under attack. Nielsen goes through. The Dane for the German team now leads here at Sarno. The KSM Schumacher team driver through on the Italian. Up into 3rd spot, Callum Bradshaw. He gets by his countryman. Joyner's back to 4th in the French Soddy kart. So the Union Jacks on our timing screen, they are 3rd and 4th. Bradshaw now leading Joyner. The field stream across the line. There's Thompson from the back of the grid. Mr. Thompson. Harry up into position number 16. He's just got past Gustafsson. Also Coluccio from grid number 32 into 18th spot. Look who's coming to play. The bottom right of your screen, Pedro Hilbrand. The CRG right behind Tom Joyner. We've got world champion versus world champion. We're looking for Dexter Patterson though. Has fallen down the order. Looking out our window, Patterson has fallen back with a problem. Struggling to stay in touch. We'll get back to that in a moment. As his teammate Johnny Edgar goes through, he's also losing touch. There is the Englishman, tucked in behind Cas Havercourt, the Dutchman. So it's all going wrong for the Forza Racing team at this early stage of the race. Thompson, the fastest lap of the race for Harry's done a 58.640. Harry Thompson from the back of the grid, absolutely flying in 16th, the fastest lap of the race. We're looking for Edgar. He's back in 7th, now trying to fight off Hannes Janka, tucked in behind Cas Havercourt. Dexter Patterson with a problem meanwhile. I can tell you, has just come across the line. He's still circulating. Dexter is half a lap behind, an incident off screen, and that is effectively the end of the reigning junior world champions afternoon. The Scot, his chances of victory this afternoon have evaporated. Let's check the order. The race leader is Nicholas Nielsen from Travisanuto. Bradshaw, P3 in the CRG, leading his teammate Hilbrand, then Joyner. Cas Havercourt, Edgar from pole back to 7th. Hannes Janka, great drive from Leonardo Marcella into P9, and Hugo Sass rounds out the 10. Christopher Lullum, the second of the Forza Racing Team drivers. He's in 11th, ahead of Deleguanti, Meyer, Vanderhelm, Vasquez, Thompson, still stuck in 16th. As Hannes Janka starts to wind up the TB Motorsport kart. Got a glimpse there of Luigi Coluccio making his way past Nicolas Pertilati. Andrea Rosso, Noah Millel back to 21st spot. Remember, the Swede started out of grid number 6. So Travis Nuto in second. Did lead briefly before Nielsen said it's my turn. And he'll try and make it 2 wins in 2 weekends, in 2 different classes, in 2 different categories. He won in a Ferrari at Mugello 7 days ago. We're here at Sarno and he leads the final in the OK Direct Drive class. There's Bradshaw on screen from Leicester in England, the best of the CRGs. He is ahead of the 2016 World Champion, Pedrito Hilbrand from north of Barcelona in Spain. Did not finish any of his heats on Saturday. Was classified 58th and last after the heats. Started at the back of the grid for the pre-final, worked his way up to finish in 18th. As Bradshaw gets very close to the back of Travis Nuto down the inside. He's now in a CRG sandwich. Travis Nuto still stays on the podium. There's still 10 laps to go at the end of this one. Hilbrand, as we were just saying, a disastrous run in the heats, but he's now got himself into position number 4 from grid number 18, the 2016 World Champion, all over the back of Lorenzo Travisanuto. The early race leader, Nicholas Nielsen, with a lead of 1.1 seconds, as Hannes Janka, who won the opening round of the series at Adria, sets the fastest lap of the race. A 58.2 now for the German, who holds down position number 6. Behind the 2 world champions, Hilbrand and Joyner, who run 4 and 5. Down the back straight into the Bet Italy hairpin. There is Hannes Janka. We wait just a little bit for Marcella, who's now into 7th. What a drive from Leonardo Marcella. A difficult start to the new season. Also driving for the Kart Republic of Dino Chiesa, the young Italian, now into position 7, has just got past the pole sitter. Johnny, the Englishman Edgar, back into position number 8. Right behind him is his London teammate, Christopher Lullum. And Cas Havercourt, the Dutchman, rounds out the 10. The CRGs now go through and set about chasing Nicholas Nielsen. Travis Anuto loses another spot to Hannes Janka. Joyner's gone through, Janka's gone through, both the CRGs have gone through. The early race leader, Travis Anuto, is fading and fading fast. This is half race distance, the OK final, the Wsk Supermaster series here at Sarno. You can see the slide on the CRGs of both Hilbrand and Bradshaw, but the karts are obviously working. We'll gauge the gap for you. 1.3 seconds between the Dane and the Englishman. Out to 1.5. Nielsen is pulling away. There is Marcelli going across the line ahead of Edgar. Deleguanti, Lullum, Thompson from grid 28. Harry is up to 11th. He's just ahead of Meyer, Havercourt, Vanderhelm, Vasquez, Millel fighting his way back to 16th, but it's a long way from there to the podium for the Swedish driver. He's just ahead of Sass, Gustafsson, Coluccio, and Mr. Red, Andrea Rosso, last year's WSK Supermaster Series Junior Champion, rounds out the 20. Kart setup all important here on a very changeable circuit. The downpour earlier on, as up the inside goes Hannes Janka and takes the 2013 World Champion Tom Joyner. Travis Anuto watches on. Hannes Janka, third in the championship. There's Nielsen, the gap was 1.5, it's out to 1.6. Nitro Nicholas Nielsen for the German KSM Schumacher team, pulling away from the 2 CRGs. Hilbrand looks down, makes an adjustment on that TM power plant of the CRG. Bradshaw also using the TM. So let's recap. Hilbrand started out of grid number 18. Bradshaw out of grid number 7. They run second and third. There's Edgar going through. Deliguanti's driven a great race. As I say, missed the Leconca round of the series. If you can believe it, he was ill with a case of the measles. Was bedridden for a good week or so, was in no condition to race. But he's back, also with the KSM Schumacher team. His teammate on screen, Nicholas Nielsen, leads the race. The gap was 1.6 seconds. There's the CRGs in hot pursuit. Can they work together? Ooh, I don't think so, because Nitro Nicholas has blown it out to 1.9 seconds. Thompson comes across the line in 11th, trying to chase down his countryman. Also from London in England is Christopher Lulham, the reigning Vice Junior World Champion who currently rounds out the top 10. His teammate Elias Sepinen is a retirement, as is Kramers, as is Valtonen, as is David Vidalis. So 5.5 laps now remaining. There are the CRGs in pursuit here at Naples at the foot of Vesuvius. Nielsen, 21 years of age. Doesn't live in Copenhagen, a couple of hundred Ks away from the Danish capital. Drives for the German KSM team. I'm getting that mixed up with the CRGs you can see on screen, who are being caught by Hannes Janka. There's Edgar. Marcellia doing a superb job. In P8, Deliguanti, Lulham, Thompson, Havercourt. Timon van der Helm has fallen off the leaders though. The Dutchman, who was inside the top 10, comes across the line last time in 25th, so a problem for the third of the KSM Schumacher team drivers. No problems for his teammate Nielsen, who's got 1.9 seconds over these CRG drivers. Yes, Nielsen, who lives in Denmark, drives for the German KSM Schumacher team, owned and managed by Ralf Schumacher, the 6-time Formula One Grand Prix winner, who's watching our coverage. Good afternoon to you, Ralph. And your boy, David. We're missing seeing you at the track and missing your German hospitality, but I tell you what, your Danish driver is doing the job here this afternoon. Look at the lead between the green machine and the two pursuing CRGs, 2.1 seconds. They're trying to work together. You can see Bradshaw absolutely on the limit of adhesion. The Bridgestone tyres screaming for grip, but they can't make inroads on Nitro Nicholas. 3.5 laps now remaining. The final, the replay of the Supermaster series. Exactly a month to the day after the snow in Lonato cancelled the show, we are here in Sarno as Hiltbrand goes down the inside. He takes his young English teammate and says, Callum, if you can't catch Nicholas, I'll do my best. Remember, he was 58th after the classification of the heats. The 2016 world champion from 58th on Saturday night now runs in P2. Pedro Hiltbrand, what a talent, what a star. The problem is, Nielsen is 2.4 seconds up the road. And now the problem for the CRGs is Hannes Janka is now in the fight. The German who won at Adria the opening round of the series. The German who won the Winter Cup also. A few weeks after that at South Garda Karting, where we will go on June the 24th for the first ever WSK Open Cup, is now in fourth and closing. Hannes Janka for TB Motorsport. The team from Germany, it's Travis Sanuto going through, still in fifth. Joyner, Edgar, Marcellia, Deliguanti, Lulham, Thompson, Millell, Havercourt, Meyer, Gustafsson. The Swede rounds out the top 15, but there is the race leader surely on his way to victory. The gap 2.3 seconds as Hannes Janka, a 58.116. Fastest lap of the race for Hannes Janka. Down the inside, the German fights with the Englishman and climbs up onto the podium. Oh, Hannes Janka splits the CRG with 2 laps remaining. The gap is 2.3 seconds between Nielsen and Hiltbrand in second spot. Hannes Janka Let's see, where does that put him in the virtual championship? Into third place on 175 points. Nielsen, if he can hold on for another lap, will lead into the final in 7 days' time on 223 points. Edgar still in second place in the series. Edgar still in 7th place in this race with 1.5 laps remaining. Make that one because Nielsen's already come across the line. Another fastest lap for Hannes Janka. Almost into the 57s, a 58.087 for the German. As Nielsen has a big, long, hard look behind, but it's a big neck stretch for the Dane to even try and see his attackers. This is the final lap. The gap on the circuit is around about 90 to 100 metres. Currently in second place, it's Hiltbrand, but Hannes Janka in with a sniff of the 2016 World Champion. Down the Vega tyres, back straight for the final time into the BetItaly.it hairpin. Hiltbrand, he'll close the door. One of the toughest drivers in world motorsport to pass. Hiltbrand in second place, the Spaniard, the last opportunity. As we go back to the front, there is no time for the German. Nitro, Nicholas Nielsen wins here in Sarno, the KSM Schumacher team driver in the Tony Kart. Just awesome. Hiltbrand, 58th, position 5-8 after the heats on Saturday night. What a drive from the 2016 World Champion to come home second. And Hannes Janka, the German, third place here this afternoon, and he's now third in the series, coming into the final in 7 days' time. Another sensational race in the Wsk Supermaster series. Vesuvius looms in the background. The sky is clearing as Dexter Patterson comes across the line. It all went wrong for the Scot in that one. Position 29. Take a look at a replay of the start. Edgar, the pole sitter, led them into the first corner. He was looking good. You couldn't get enough money on him to win this race going into the final. But the setup, the strategy not there this afternoon for Edgar. Did finish in P7. Lorenzo Travisanuto with a superb move. But the driver to watch all along was the 21-year-old from Denmark, Nicholas Nielsen. Travisanuto, a good move into BetItaly.it to take the lead over Edgar. But from there, the Englishman just fell back, including to his countryman, Tom Joyner. Nielsen with the move into the best passing spot on this 1.5 kilometre circuit. Nielsen into the lead. Bradshaw drove a superb race. The boy from Leicester in England, unfortunate to miss the podium here this afternoon, finishing in position number 4, just ahead of Travisanuto. But Nielsen from there, well, they barely saw which way he went. The CRGs running 2 and 3. Team formation, Pedro passed him with 3 laps to go. Closed the gap just by a tenth or two, but I'd suggest Nielsen did back it off. The threat came from the German. Hannes Janka, superb to put the TB Motorsport Kart Republic chassis up onto the podium one more time. But Nitro, Nicholas Nielsen wins here at the foot of Vesuvius, the penultimate round of the Wsk Supermaster series. We will hear the national anthem of Denmark ring out in the province of Naples. Hiltbrand from Spain, the 2016 world champion, and Hannes Janka, P3 for the TB Motorsport kart team. The podium presentation here at Naples in just a few moments. The Wsk Supermaster series here at Circuito Internazionale Napoli. Another spectacular final here this afternoon. Nitro Nicholas Nielsen takes the win. We wait for the drivers to make their way up to the podium here in the sunshine at Naples. We take this opportunity to remind you, June 24, we go back to South Garda Karting Glanato for the first WSK Open Cup, where we have been promised there will be no snow, unlike exactly 1 month ago. Here come the drivers, Pedro, Nicholas and Hannes. Once again, 3 super talented drivers making their way up to the podium. And we're back here in 7 days' time for the final round of the 2018 WSK Supermaster Series. Great performance from these 3 professionals, the Kart Republic, the CRG and the Tony Kart. The Bridgestone Cap's about to go on. Of course, Nicholas Nielsen, 7 days after he took that victory at Mugello in the first round of the Ferrari Challenge, wins again here 7 days later. Let's get underway with our podium presentation. Once again, putting the TB Motorsport Kart Republic chassis up on the podium. 3rd place in the series, with 3rd place today, the German Hannes Janka. A disastrous run in the heats. He was only classified 58th on Saturday night. That's why he's the 2016 World Champion. A brilliant drive for the Spaniard. For Team CRG into 2nd place, Pedro Hilbrand. And 7 days after he took his Ferrari 488 to victory at Mugello, again, the Dane wins here in WSK. The winner here at Sarno from Denmark for the KSM Schumacher team, Nitro, Nicholas Nielsen. The girls to present the trophies. In 3rd place from Germany, Hannes Janka. Secondo posto in 2nd place from Spain for Team CRG, Pedro Hilbrand. And the winner of this penultimate round of the WSK Supermaster Series from Denmark, Nitro, Nicholas Nielsen. As we stand by for the national anthem of Denmark. The podium for this, the penultimate round of the Supermaster Series. We step in for a quick word. Firstly, with Germany's Hannes Janka. Hannes, your fantastic 2018 series continues. 3rd place today and 3rd place in the series.
Yeah, today it was a great day. The whole weekend was difficult. I made some mistakes. We struggled a little bit. But today the race was great. We had a great pace. It was a great fight. And yeah, I'm really happy now.
Congratulations once again, Hannes. Great drive. Pedro Hilbrand, 3 heats, 3 disasters. You were only 58th last night. Who would have thought you'd be standing on the podium? Another brilliant drive. That's why you're the 2016 World Champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a disaster weekend for me, for my part. The team make a fantastic job as always, but me on Friday and Saturday I didn't make a good job. So, but they helped me a lot. They support me as always. We work hard, and today I did my best. I pushed a lot, and I want to say thank you to all of them because they support me a lot. And thank you very much to CRG and TM. Thank you.
Congratulations, Pedro. Nicholas, 7 days ago, you stood position number 1 at Mugello after winning the opening round of the Ferrari Challenge Europe Series. Again, 7 days later, another category, another win. What can we say? You've won again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Obviously, I wanna say thank you to the whole KSM squad, One Engines and Abia, for the great package we had this weekend. I mean, it was tough already from Friday in the heats, and yeah, pre-farm was really difficult. Lorenzo was really fast, and starting from 4th is always difficult on this track. So I think we managed the first laps really well. Overtook Edgar and Travis Anuto already from the beginning, and then the pace was really good. So yeah, very, very happy. Like you said, last weekend I won, and I'm on top of the podium again. So yeah, I owe this guy a lot. So thanks a lot to KSM.
We'll see you for the championship final in 7 days' time. The podium here in OK. 3rd place, Hannes Janka. 2nd, Pedro Hilbrand. And the winner, again, Nitro, Nicholas Nielsen. The KZ2 final right here in just a moment.